a love of guitar, crime fiction. Emiliano Sala was cherished not only for his goals but for his character. To grasp the strength of affection felt by Nance for Emiliano Sala, we need only return to the events of last week. When a leading goalscorer leaves in the January transfer window, it is usually with his hood up and via the back door amid the loud stomping of feet. Yet Sala was different. His French teammates had only respect and admiration for his achievements, and before his £15 million move to Cardiff was finalised, Nance prepared a special show reel of Sala's goals and best moments to celebrate his transfer. On Monday, he was back in the northwest of France, saying farewell to his teammates. Sala was cherished not only for his 12 goals and 16 starts this season but also for his work rate on the field and character in the dressing room. Adept with the guitar and an avid reader, Sala possessed a cultural hinterland that set him apart. He would often bring a book to the training ground for his downtime. "Reading is what I love," Sala said last year. "I'm into crime and drama fiction. I love to be transported into that world." After a childhood in Argentina, where he would study videos of the legendary Gabriel Batistuta, Sala took a huge gamble when he left his homeland aged 14 to join the Bordeaux Academy. From there, he had lone spells in the top 3 flights of French football. He was fully immersed in French culture, speaking the language fluently, but he retained his Latin heritage by holidaying in Spain and always drinking mate, the favorite hot drink of so many South American stars. Sala read Chinese philosophy, and his favorite book was the Motricile Diaries, the story of Che Guevara's trip as a student, which inspired the striker to start thinking of launching a charity in Africa after his retirement from football. Sala told SoFoot, in Argentina, "There was not much money. My dad was a van driver, we didn't have much coming in. That period drives me on. I have had to work so hard at every stage of my life. My mom found it so hard when I left. Other people in the town did not agree that a child could leave a village so young. Since I moved away, we have always spoken every day about our hopes, worries and dreams." His social feed brims with family pride. He spent Christmas with his mother Mercedes and his 2 siblings Dari and Romina. His mother last spoke to her son before takeoff. "He was so happy, this was the best moment of his career," she told reporters in Argentina. His dad, Horacio, called to congratulate Sala on his transfer on Sunday evening. In Argentina on Tuesday, journalists and supporters were attempting to discover more about a player they had never truly known due to his early move to Europe. Despite his goals this season and a move to the Premier League, he is not a player who had been considered for a call-up to the national team. At 28, his moment in the sunshine had finally appeared after years of painstaking graft. In the early days in France, the picture appeared bleak, and he was even turned down by an Italian third-division side. Some 8 years on, Sala had proved himself and was ready to join Cardiff's relegation fight. Beyond the Premier League, the plan was to end his career in Argentina. Sala said, "I left Argentina behind so young and I want to discover it again at some point. It would be a dream to do so at Independiente, the club I supported. For his family and friends, the hopes and dreams now give way only to sadness and memories. I'm here on a plane that looks like it's about to fall apart. I am getting scared. WhatsApp audio emerges of Emiliano Sala's haunting messages before he disappeared as fans hold vigil in Nantes. Emiliano Sala sent voice messages to teammates before his plane disappeared. Sala said, "I am here on a plane that looks like it's about to fall apart. He is missing and presumed dead after his flight went off radar over the channel." Nantes fans held a vigil in the city centre on Tuesday night to pay tribute to Sala. The search for Sala and debris from the planes continues on Wednesday morning. Emiliano Sala sent haunting voice messages to friends shortly before his plane was lost over the English Channel. Cardiff City's record £15 million signing is missing, presumed dead after his flight went off radar, north of Alderney at Lake Cascas at 8:23 p.m. on Monday, just an hour after taking off from Nantes Atlantique Airport. The single-engine Piper PA-46 Malibu plane was bound for Cardiff. On Tuesday night, Argentinian website Olé.com posted the audio messages which it claimed were sent to a WhatsApp group of fellow players and friends. He says, "Hello, little brothers, how are you crazy people? Brother, I am really tired. I was here in Nantes doing things, and it never stops, it never stops. It never stops. I'm here on a plane that looks like it's about to fall apart, and I'm going to Cardiff, crazy. Tomorrow we already start, and in the afternoon we start training, boys, in my new team." He later sent another message saying, "How are you guys? All good. If you do not have any more news from in an hour and a half, I don't know if they need to send someone to find me. I am getting scared." Sala had been dropped at the airport by his friend, Nantes defender Nicolas Palos, and before boarding the plane had confided that he was concerned about the flight. The 28-year-old striker had travelled in the same plane from Cardiff back to France on Sunday and complained about that flight being bumpy. Once he was on board for the fateful return flight, Sala texted friends to say the plane was making weird noises. Unconfirmed reports say the plane had difficulty taking off and took 3 or 4 attempts before flying at 7:15 p.m. The journey should take about 1 hour 20 minutes and, as Cardiff became concerned about the plane's late arrival, manager Neil Warnock contacted Sala's representatives, who tried to alert the player's family. His father Horacio, mother Mercedes and his sister were last night traveling from Rosario, Argentina to Paris. "I'm desperate," Horacio told Argentinian TV. "I do not know what will happen. I hope that good news will come." His transfer to Cardiff was a big step. He is a boy who has always fought hard. It still feels inexplicable. His whole future ahead of him, all those dreams he had. At Nantes training ground, stunned players, staff and fans cried as news came through. Sala had held a farewell lunch with his teammates on Monday. He posed for pictures before posting on Instagram with the prophetic caption "L'ultima ciao, the last goodbye." Supporters of the French club took to the city centre's La Place Royale to place yellow tulips, symbolic of Nantes' colours, at the foot of the fountain, clinging to a hope their former idol will be found. However, as light faded, the 15-hour search that had covered over 1,155 square miles was suspended at 5 p.m. to be resumed this morning. Guernsey police said floating objects had been found on the water but were unable to confirm if they were from the aircraft. "We have found no signs of those on board," they tweeted. "If they do land on the water, the chances of survival are at this stage, unfortunately, slim."